Julian?
It's late, Father. Why didn't I call you in the morning?
Because I want to speak to you now.
Thanks to your incredible ineptitude, we've got a lot to attend to.
What now, Father?
You really need ask? Name it, you bollocksed it up. I'd give anything to know what it's like to have a son I could depend on.
I've had a very long day, Father. If you only called to rake me over the coals...
Oh, stop being Susie sensitive and tell me what we're going to do about Ethan's wedding to Gwen.
I already did. The wedding will take place as planned. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Even though you've acted like an asinine blunderbuss for months trying to push Ethan on the housekeeper's daughter?
I suggested he sleep with her, not marry her.
No excuses. Ethan's marriage to Gwen ensures a financial merger between our two families, the likes of which the NASDAQ's never seen.
If anything threatens their union, Julian, I'll hold you personally responsible. You'll be finished, Julian. As in, you'll wish you'd never been born.
Father, you're making too much out of a few playful remarks I made to my own son.
If that's all it were, I wouldn't be wasting my time with you right now, Julian. According to Ivy, you were boorish enough to warn Gwen that her fiancé was certain to be unfaithful to her?
Oh, so what? I suggested that Ethan might consider a prenup romp in the hay with a tempting Teresa. He takes after his old man, just as I take after mine. It's practically a Crane tradition to keep a little cupcake on the side. Lord knows we don't marry for pleasure in this family, although I must say, Ethan seems genuinely fond of Gwen for some inexplicable reason.
You better hope your son didn't pay one whit of attention to his imbecile father. Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald is clearly more than a little cupcake. If Gwen feels the least bit threatened by her, she's apt to call off the wedding entirely.
Rest easy, Father. I've covered all of our bases. Just tonight, I sent Gwen a couple of wedding gifts. Mother's pearl necklace and grandmother's diamond brooch.
They're priceless heirlooms.
Precisely. And if they're not enough to reassure Gwen's busybody mother about the wedding, I don't know what is.
Well, perhaps. It's certainly the first intelligent thing you've done in recent memory. Though I do hope you realize if the wedding is called off, getting those jewels back from Rebecca will be like prying raw meat loose from the mouth of a lion.
Trust me, Father, everything is under control.
Trust you? That would make me a bigger fool than you.
Ethan is a very bright young man. He's a real chip off the old block. He would never do anything to jeopardize the merger between the Cranes and the Hodgkiss families. You have my word on it.
Once the wedding takes place, we can turn all our attention back to the Sheridan-Louise debacle. It's more imperative than ever that we get Louise off the grounds.
We've already been through this, Father.
Don't interrupt. If we allow him to stay in close proximity to Sheridan, it won't be long before he's back in the main house, rummaging in God knows what. You aren't still keeping that mask in your desk drawer, are you?
Yes. Let's hear it. But I assure you, my drawer's always locked when I'm out. Louise and Sheridan are never going to know what we did.
You'd better hope not. Sheridan's belief that Louise was using her is the only thing keeping them apart.
I repeat, Father, you just have to trust me. We have about as much to worry about with Louise and Sheridan as we do with Ethan and Gwen's marriage.